everyone, and welcome to the off-season note. Joel Gibson, I am joined by him. Look at that tattooed ass over there. Wearing the Celtics jersey. Your reigning champion is here. Mwah, we kiss the trophy. We pet the trophy. We love the trophy. 3 years in a row, Joel Gibson. I think there's only one other person that's done that. Is that you, Joel Gibson?
That is me.
Okay, and then before you even say anything, let me also check. Are we now tied in championships outside of that 1 year that I wasn't even in the league?
You could frame it that way, yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's great. I'm glad that we're both tied. And now, and Joel, if I win this year, do I not only pass you in championships, but I also pass you in length of dynasty 4 years in a row? Do I do that?
That's why I need someone to really step up this year.
Okay, all right, but it's not going to be you. I see you planning for the future out there. So do you just want to put your gravitas, if you will, behind a player right now? Do you want to pick someone this early?
No. Definitely not yet. I want them to take some of my assets and, really shore up to make sure we can beat you.
Oh, okay. Excellent. So what you're saying is it's still a possibility that I do something that's never been done before.
It's possible, but it's improbable.
Improbable. Wow, what would you put my percentage at of winning? Since you wanted to say that. You said it. I didn't say it. You could have just said it might happen. No, you said improbable. So it has to be less than 50%. What's my percentage of winning this year, Joel Gibson?
I don't want to give an honest answer.
No, give an honest answer. We want it right here, right now. Do not think you're coming on here in your Celtics-ass jersey and not giving a prediction of what I'm about to do next season. You give me a percentage right now.
All right. 33% chance.
33%, 1 in 3 percent chance. Okay, all right, that's fair. I'm not going to hate on it. That's great. I didn't think I was going to win the championship when I was against Phil last year. So 33%, I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to crush it. And then I don't know what you're going to have to do because I will be the best in the league at that point. There will be no debate. There will be nothing that you can say other than, oh, I'm building my team for future seasons. That's great. I'll have 6 championships at that point, so it's fine.
It's fine. I plan on going on a 10-year run, Brandon.
That's fine.
It's going to be something you've never seen before.
Yeah, the last point I'll make, and then we'll get into our 4 points to address in this video. Joel Gibson, if I won last year, how many years have I been in the league?
I don't know, Brandon.
10. And Joel Gibson, let me ask you, how many championships have I won in those 10?
Too many.
6, Joel Gibson. So let me tell you, I have statistically a better chance of winning this year than I do of losing this year. And even if I lose, next year's a toss-up. You know what that means in that kind of statistical analysis? It's great. I love it.
Well, I hope Phil and Doug are listening.
Okay, all right. Hey, if you want to sick the dogs on me, that's fine. I want them sicked on me. I want it. I want people to fucking just feel it, okay? All right. So that being said, we've got Joel's prediction this year. A 33% chance for Mr. Modest to go 4 in a row. We will see what happens. So first order of business, I'm just going to get this one out of the way real quick. This year, $10 buy-in for the league. I do want to just preface it with I was gonna wait. I wasn't sure. I've been tossing it around for a few years, but I think enough kinks are worked out that $10 isn't that much. Honestly, if you're dedicated to the league, you want to be in. I do want to increase it over time, but I pay $140 for the fan tracks for everybody to participate every year. So I don't want to hear about this, $10 is too much. $10 is a very fair rate. We'll still have a few years before we start ramping it up to get this in. And like I said, I think 10's fair. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to do pretty straightforward. $100 goes to the winner. $20 goes to second place. Very straightforward. As we get more money, we might branch that out. But it's pretty straightforward. You get second place, you double your money, you win, you get the whole enchilada. I think that's pretty straightforward.
I think I get more than $10 worth of fun out of this every year.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you look at it like that, it's more like $1.25 a month. So I don't know what else to say. I think 10's very reasonable. $10 will be due at the start of the season. You guys know how to pay me at this point. We're in enough leagues together. Venmo, I got Cash App, I got Zelle or whatever. Just give me $10. It's not that hard. You will get it back. Now, we're going to get into a couple deadlines first, and then we'll get into the grand finale here, Joel Gibson, I think, and that's going to be the cap increase. Now, the first deadline that we have to look forward to here is the rookie draft. Now, last year, we did the rookie draft, and we started it with pick 1. That's Jake this year. Each pick is going to have the opportunity to have 24 hours to make their pick. Plenty of time. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. But that first pick from Jake is going to start July 29th. That's 2 weeks after the summer league ends. I wanted everybody to have the chance to see where these rookies get drafted, if or when they play the summer league, really get a good look at these rookies before they draft them. This year being a pretty weak class, I think we can all understand that for those following the NBA. You definitely want to get a look at these players before you draft them, I think. That being said, Monday, July 29th, will start Jake's first pick. Now, I will have constant reminders up to that date. And everybody's going to get along. I think the draft went pretty well last year. There were players that picked pretty early, kind of shortened the draft a little bit. There's only 24 picks as far as the rookie draft goes. And especially people that have back-to-back. Jake has I think top 2 and then 4 or 5 or whatever. They may be able to pick a lot quicker than just 24 hours for 24 days essentially. And even if that happens, that goes into deep August. That's well before preseason starts. So I feel pretty comfortable with that. Now, free agency, I've had a lot of questions about when are we going to start adding players? When are we going to be able to do that? That's going to happen 1 week from the last pick in the rookie draft. So no matter when that rookie draft ends, 1 week after, and it's going to be that day, and I will make it clear because last year I think we had a problem of maybe CJ not knowing that he could add that day, and everybody kind of added. I will make sure that it's abundantly clear this year that you will be able to add that day, and it'll be 1 week following the draft. So, I mean, technically the latest that free agency would start, I think, is around August 22nd. And that's literally if every pick takes the full 24 to make their pick. And I don't really see that happening. But I will make sure that everybody kind of understands when free agency is going to happen. Now, the last thing we have to get into, and Joel and I have been talking about this a little bit, and it might be adjusted a little bit for next year, but it's going to be the cap increases for this year. I told everybody it was coming. I've been reviewing caps and where everybody's kind of at this year. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a $10 per team cap increase. Now, there's a little bit of a rule here. You can only do a maximum of $5 per player, but you have to get to $10. And there's going to be a list of 80 players that are essentially cap increase eligible. So I'm going to get this list out to you hopefully this week of those players that are cap increase eligible. So if you have these players, you can do $1 per player if you want. You can do $2, so on, as long as your player is on this list and your team must add up to $10 cap increase. Now, you might be wondering, how'd you come up with this, Mr. Modest, greatest commissioner of all time? Well, I'm going to tell you this. What I did was I really looked at everyone's caps. I wanted it to be as fair as possible. So I didn't really take in like the extreme low or the extreme high in caps. I basically took an average of everybody and I did a third of what their cap space was. So it turns out that everybody's right around, on average, in the $30 cap space spot. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do $10 cap space increases. So the teams on the upper end have a little bit more to think about, but the teams on the lower end also get a little bit of an advantage if you're under the average. So just think about it. Like I said, I'll provide this list. I already have it compiled, so I'm hoping that as long as I remember tomorrow, and I'm a little inebriated at this point, but I'm confident that tomorrow I should be able to send this list around. Joel's already reviewed the list. He seemed to be in pretty good agreement of at least the top 80 that can get the cap increases. But the due date for you guys telling me who's getting your cap increases is going to be Sunday, July 14th. That's before the rookie draft, so everybody has a good idea of where they're at with cap before drafting rookies. I didn't want to get into this where you draft rookies and now all of a sudden you have to add 10 more. If you do not tell me by July 14th, and I cannot stress this enough, I will send reminders. I'll at everyone. I can only do so much for you people. If you do not tell me, I'm going to pick your cap increases, and I will not have the $5 limit. Keep that in mind. I will not have the $5 per player limit. So your good $40 players or whatever, if you're trying to strategically increase their limits, they might become $50-some players. So I cannot stress this enough. Please just send me what your caps are going to be. I'm not going to announce any of the player cap increases until July 14th. So you can send me them. I will hold them. Nobody needs to know. You can still make trades prior to that and then change what your cap increases are going to be up into that July 14th date. I am trying to make this as easy as possible. We're going to see how it goes, and then I'm going to adjust for next year. I'm not saying the next year is going to be 10. Next year could be different. We don't know. It's just going to depend on how this goes. But essentially, this is two trades, if you want to look at it that way, where you could lower the $5 and still be in your space. I've really thought a lot about this. And I don't want to gut everybody's cap right away. Everybody's done a good job at staying under the cap. There are a few that are close. And there are a few that might want to pay the luxury tax. You know what I mean? So I think that that's fair.
I think so as well.
You think so as well? And we're going to see how it goes. Like I said, I'm going to adjust it as necessary. With rookies coming in next year, it might be a little bit different. We'll see. But if all goes well, like I said, we're going to start increasing the buy-in. I really want to start taking this seriously. And I know that, me winning all these championships have really lost me some money, not instilling the buy-in prior to this. But I wanted to make sure that everybody had a fair shake in it, and I really put a lot of thought into this. Joel and I have talked countless hours about it. And so we're really trying to make a very competitive Dynasty League here. Joel, anything?
No. Let's go get some sleep.
Let's go get some sleep. Amen. If anybody has any questions, please let me know. Next weekend is my son's first birthday party, so if I'm not available on Saturday or Sunday next weekend, that's probably why. But outside of that, I've put enough deadlines into the future. If anybody has any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. Joel and I will probably do one more video at least prior to at least the cap lock deadline, which is that July 14th deadline. But outside of that, I think that everybody should react positively to this. I think we're moving forward as a league, and I love each and every one of you. I thought last season was great, and a lot of teams trying to build. I still don't know about that Giddey for Anthony Edwards trade. I'll probably be talking about that for the next couple of years. But that's my only hiccup on that. Joel?
We'll see you next time.
All right. See you guys.